Yeah, so in this video, let's see how we sort the collections based on a different number of variables of the object, like integer and string. So let's begin with the Java project. Yeah, comparable. Okay. So now let's go for a main method. Here our execution begins. Execution plus on the tutorials. So let's have a main method. Okay. So in order to go ahead, we need a bean or we need an object model or an employee class. Let's create that one. Employee. So I need different data types of member variables here, like private integer, employee number, integer salary, and string name. Okay. I need you to generate its struct code. Go to source, go to generate constructor, follow the field, read and super, and now we need set authenticator for all the variables. Generate reference request for everything. Yes. Now one more thing, we need a toString method so that we can see what are the values present in the member variables. Okay. So our employee class is ready. Now let's create a collection. I will be using a list of employees. Okay. I need to import this list as well from util package. Great. Now let's add few employees in the list. New employee. IP is 1. Salary is around 25,000. And name is John. Okay. Now add two more of our employees. Salary ID 3, maybe 5,000. Doesn't matter. Smith ID 2, 35,000. Right. Okay, we have three different employees with three different IDs and salaries. Now let's see how our collection works. We'll use an enhanced for loop. Print it. That's our key. Okay. Now for a nice Java application, you can see the collection. It is exactly the same way as you inserted. The IDs are not in proper order, the salaries are not in order, and as well as the names. So let us first sort this collection based on the salaries. So in order to do that, we'll use collections interface. Collections dot sort. So it will take an argument that should be a collection. But in this case, our list is of type employee. So this collections API is not able to recognize based on which parameter it should sort. So if it is an integer list or if it is a string list, by default the collections will sort. It is intelligent enough to sort. Why? Because the integer and string classes, they implement comparable interface by default. So in order for our list to be sortable using the collections of sort, let us implement the comparable interface in our employee bean. So implement comparable type employee Okay, once you do that, it will say we have to add unimplemented methods. Okay, there is only one method which is known as compare to. So in this method, we need to write a logic based on which the collection framework will sort the array. So this compare to method will return an integer. If we want to swap two values, then we need to return a positive integer. If we don't want to swap it, then we need to do a return a negative integer. So let us first sort it based on the salary. It's a very simple logic you have to implement here. It's two if conditions to go this dot get salary. Why I'm doing this here is this compare to method is being called by the collection API. So this collection API is already passing an object. So I'm taking that particular object salary and I'm comparing it with the second object which is being passed by the collection get salary. So in this case, I'll return a positive integer because I want to sort it in ascending order. Else, if it is less, I'll return a negative integer. Okay, that's it we have to do. So let us see if it is working or not. Let's save the employee class. Okay, known as Java application. There you go. If you see, our collection is sorted based on the salary. If you see 5,000, 25,000 and 35,000, it is in the ascending order. Now if you change the order of the sorting, just reverse this condition. Tell the collection to sort it if the left side value is less, then we'll get it in the descending. There you go. Now integer seems pretty straightforward. How about a string? How should we sort it based on these names? So that's all even more simpler. So if let me comment this code now. Here we need to return an integer comparing two values, right? So let us compare the two names. Get name dot compare to. This compare to method is not what we have written. This compare to method is of the string class, which is by default available for us to compare two strings. Now here I'll compare it to the employee two objects name get name. That's it. This will by default sort it in the ascending order. Let's run and see. There you go. I, J, and S. The collection is sorted based on the string. Now, in order to reverse this thing, as I said, here if you see we are returning positive and negative integer just to reverse the order. Similarly, here just put a negative sign, and this will reverse the sorting technique, and it will sort based on the descending order of names. So that's it. Implementing the comparable interface is very simple. The same thing can be done by comparator. Nothing much code has to be written for that. This list will take a second argument, which is a comparator class. That is almost similar. So let's go over that as well. Comparator employee is equals to new comparator employee. It should be written as an anonymous inner class. Why? Because comparator is an interface and we cannot create a new object of this interface. So let's input comparator and it will ask me to implement the unimplemented method. There you go. This is the same method which collection API will look if at all we are passing a comparator object. Now the logic which we have written here, let's go and write it in the comparator class. Instead of this, comparator provides us directly two objects, so no need of using this keyword. There you go. Now first let us see the ascending order. Why it is not working? arg of 0, arg of 1. Let's get name. Okay, so we haven't passed the comparator here. Let me pass, and it should sort based on the ascending order. Yeah, now we are good. If I write a negative sign, again it will sort it in a descending order. Okay, so thanks for watching.